Hey guys, this is Debatra, and... Wait, what the... Holy shit! I have hands! So, yeah, in case you didn't know, I'm a white guy. Whoopee. But with me today is...
Hello, my name is DrZubek. Good to see you and good to be here.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since our last collaboration, which, in the meantime, we actually stumbled onto the numbers... Our collaboration is, weirdly enough, our most popular upload on each our channels, so hopefully
Yes,
this will be
much
able
so.
to rival it.
Yeah, hopefully.
But, well, it's actually been here for a bit, but this was the first time we could get together for this. The Theros Beyond Death booster box. Much thanks to AliasV on Twitch, her link will be in the description, and AetherHub for providing this baby. And if you haven't already, maybe donate to Save Australia.
Yes, very much appreciated to everyone involved.
Yes. So, it's still even... Like, I hate this, but hey, it had to come off at some point.
Yes.
So, Theros Beyond Death, for those of you who have not been following Magic, is the most recent set in MTG. Very heavy focus on enchantments. So that's gonna be fun.
Oh yes, for sure. I'm big into enchantment stuff.
Yeah,
so this
some of
whole
my favorite cards are
be...
enchantments, but of course, as with any set that's big in one particular type of card, there's a ton of removal for it.
Oh yeah, of course.
So we've got 36 booster packs here, and we're going to split them more or less down the middle and make, we're going to say, about 2 decks with them,
Yeah,
just
about
as
2
our
decks.
whole card pool.
Yeah.
And instead of normal sealed, which this is far too large for, instead of 40, we're going to be making 60 card decks.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 60 card decks.
So I guess you take that back.
Do you want to mix them up at all?
I'm not sure if there is any...
I don't know if there's any real reason to rhyme or two. Anyways, I was just saying,
why
be like
the hell not?
Be like a 2-year-old and just, shuffle them around.
Now you've got me tempted to do that.
Yeah, well, there's 36, right? So there's 18 each.
36, 18...
So we can just shuffle it. I'm tempted to do the 2-year-old strat. Want to do the 2-year-old strat?
Hey, you go right ahead.
I'm doing the 2-year-old strat. Yeah. See the differences between us here. Okay. Do we just want to...
I don't even know if we have the right number.
I don't know either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15?
16, 17, 18.
16, 17, 18. Okay, look at that.
Okay, so these are going to be our card pools. I'm going to leave the room for a few minutes so DrZubek can open his packs and make his deck in peace.
Yeah, we're going to be taking turns in this regard.
Mainly just so we don't know what we're up against until it's far too late.
Make it a surprise.
Just... Now I'm gonna be paranoid. 3...
I like my piles all all over the place, and yours is just nicely stacked.
Yeah, a very, very apparent difference just between us, even.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll have a pile of wrappings on that side of the table at some point.
Oh, probably. This is actually a really nice box.
Oh yeah, when I had my own box like that, I still have it, and I put cards in it. So there is that. So you're going to be leaving the room then. I will do my stuff.
I'm going to leave the room. I'm going to... Well, I want to say I'm going to put in headphones, but I don't actually... Yeah, whatever. I'll have the door closed so you can talk to our audience in peace.
Yes, of course. I'll speak about some stuff about Magic, my time with Magic maybe, and just about me in general, because I'm sure it'll be all over the place, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to maybe hand me the mouse so when you leave the room I can end the recording?
That's probably a good one.
Oh, there we go. Yes,
So,
perfect.
Have fun with that.
Oh,
I'm going to go play Gravity Rush.
Great.
Hashtag don't forget Gravity Rush.
Don't forget Gravity Rush. Okay, well, I guess this is going to be where I start. See you, Debatra. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, so, let's get started, eh? So we're gonna open up some packs here. I first started. We'll talk about when I first started Magic. I first started Magic when I was in college. I had some friends who were really into it, and they got me into it. So, oh boy, let's see. A lot of these cards I am not familiar with. So we'll have to see here. Well, I'm not going to really show you guys the commons all too much because, you know, they're commons. I like to organize by color, of course. That's just me. And then I will go through the colors and see what I've got. Ooh, an artifact. That's not a bad artifact, tell you what. Okay, so we're getting into some of the uncommons. We got one with the stars here. Enchant creature or enchantment. Enchantment permanent is an enchantment and loses all other types. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. I'm going to try to show these off here as best I can. I know the webcam sometimes doesn't want to agree. There we go. That's an interesting card there. Then we've got Alzend of Life's Bounty. Enchantment creature. Lifelink 1/1. Okay. Target creature you or enchantment you control gains protection from color of your choice until end of turn. That's nice too. I like enchantment protection stuff. Sweet Oblivion. Target player puts the top 4 cards of the library into the graveyard. Escape. You may cast this card from the graveyard for it. Oh god, more graveyard stuff, but mill's fun. Ooh. We got ourselves a saga here. If you can read that. Oh, well, drop the card. I'll just say the name here and you guys can look it up. Timerit, Calls of the Dead. And just the draw step out of the war counter. That's interesting. I might not use it. I don't like playing out of my graveyard personally. And then got tokens and lands. Player puts top 2 cards of their library into more mill. I'm seeing a mill theme so far here, so I don't really like to do it, but I will probably end up doing a mill of some kind. We'll see. Got some reds. I'm gonna, just like I said, I'm gonna not take up too much time here and try to organize them by color. Go over some of the uncommons and stuff. Agonizing Remorse. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an online card from it, or from a card from their graveyard. Exile that card, you lose 1 life. That's neat. And we have Annex, Hardened of the Forge, enchantment creature. Whenever Annex or another creature you control dies, create a 1/1 Satyr token. This creature cannot be blocked. If the creature had power 4 or greater, create 2 of these tokens instead. Again, try to focus that in there. That's a nice red card. Got multi-land. Another token. Ooh, that's a pretty cool one. Sunder of the Storm there. If you can focus. Focus. That's a nice card. Theros, the Sun and Storm. If you cast spells with conversion max 5 or greater, it's 1 less to be cast and can't be countered. That's an amazing card right there. I am looking at a blue deck so far. It's not looking good. I don't like to play against blue myself personally, but it's looking like a blue deck. It's definitely looking like a blue deck. Ooh, new Minotaurs in this set too. I was a fan of Minotaurs. Still am a fan of Minotaurs. I have a Minotaur deck that I made back in college. It was, I think, my 2nd deck I ever made. It was a lot of fun because Minotaurs have a lot of like other Minotaurs get blah blah blah. I always go for themes in a lot of my decks. Big fan of that kind of stuff. Boy, maybe a Minotaur deck would be a good choice as well. got ourselves another saga. If you can read it. Doesn't want to focus. It's Elspeth's Nightmare. Destroy target creature opponent controls his power 2 or less. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an discard that card. Exile target opponent's graveyard. That would be really nice. Exile 2 target cards from graveyards. You gain 1 life each for each creature card exiled in this way. Ooh, boy, that's the chosen from death. I'm looking at a blue-black deck, really. We got Gallo, the Endless Dance. Ooh, haste. Other centaurs, you get +1/+1 in haste. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, you may discard a card at random. If you do, draw 2 cards. That's a good multicolored one. Got Omen of the Sea as well. Scry 2 cards and draw a card. Sacrifice Omen of the Sea and scry 2. That's a pretty decent blue card right there. Try to go through these a little quicker. Again, I'm not going to be showing every single common card just for us to get through things a little quicker. And any extras of ones I've already shown, I'm probably not going to show. Phalanx Tactics. It's a white uncommon. I'm not going to show the uncommons too much either. And those of you who don't really know me all too well, my name is DrZubek, or DrZubek. I have my own YouTube and Twitch channel. I'm sure Debatra will put it down below for you guys. Glimpse of Freedom. Draw a card. Exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. That's interesting. Then we have Idyllic Tutor. Search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. Then we got ourselves a Satyr token. I'm looking at a lot of this stuff, but I don't do YouTube all too much nowadays. It's been a very long time since I have. Though I stream on Twitch every now and again. It's been hard with work recently to get into a lot of that stuff. So, but feel free to go over there, follow me. If you haven't already, subscribe to Debatra and everything he does. Great friend of mine, knew him for a very long time. Venomous Hierophant. Ooh, interesting. Satyr's Cunning. I'm looking at a Satyr deck. I'm really looking at a Satyr deck. Hero of Nyxborn. Enchantment Soldier. That's an interesting card there. Field of Ruin, a good land card. Shoal Kraken. Whenever enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, make a draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Storm Herald. Storm enters the head of the battlefield. Any number of aura cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Attach creatures you can attach to creatures you control. Exile those auras at the beginning of your next end step. That's an interesting, pretty interesting card there. I don't know if it'll focus, but interesting indeed. Then we got another land card. That's just a placeholder card. Getting through these. Then we can start with the actual deck building. I don't hope to flash Defender Turtle. A lot of that one enchantment. Another Minotaur. Memory Dream, counter target spell, scry 2. Ooh, God, that's good. Marina Trickster. Pious Wayfarer. Entrapment, legendary creature human. Enters the battlefield tapped. Doesn't untap during your untap stuff if you control a reflection. Enters the battlefield, recreate a 3/2 blue reflection creature token. That's interesting. Warden of the Chained. That's a Minotaur card right there. Show creature. Oh, didn't they reprint this card, this Threnody Siren? I swear they did. Flying Flash. When it enters the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls get -X, -0 until end of turn, where X is your devotion to blue. Then we've got a gold and another artifact, but we've got something really special here. Ho, ho, ho. Look at that, boys and girls and gals. You can see that at all? Yeah, maybe. Ashiok. This might be good. Attacks or blocks each opponent exiles top card. Oh my god, this is... I don't want to do it, but this might be a mill deck. This might be a mill deck in the future here. Depending if I get any good satyrs too, I might make a satyr deck. I like to have a theme when it comes to my decks, like I said before. I've made plenty of themed like decks. Plenty. Moss Viper, that Death Touch. Some more black, more artifacts. More black green. Acolyte of Affliction. That's an interesting card, but I'm probably not going to use it. Daxus, Blessed by the Sun, legendary enchantment creature, demigod. Equal to my devotion of white. Enters the battlefield or dies, I gain a life. That's an interesting white card there. I might do a white deck of some kind. We'll see. Archeons of Sun's Grace there. Flying Lifelink. Pegasus creatures you control have Lifelink. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, get a 2/2 white Pegasus creature token with flying. So maybe I'll be making a flying deck of some kind. Oh my, that's a pretty good basic card there. Just common. No, I said I wasn't going to be showing. It's a little shiny. It's a foil. Choose one. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. Target opponent sacrifices an enchantment. That is an amazing card. I'm going to definitely be using that. Keep going into the cards here. I'm going to try to pick up the pace a little bit. Stars, Underworld Dreams. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Underworld Dreams deals 1 damage to that player. That is an amazing card. Got ourselves another Saga. I'll show it here. Prophecy there. Donut's Prophecy, if you can read it. I know sometimes this thing doesn't want to pick up stuff, sometimes it does. Got another token, another swamp. This is a pretty good white card there. Keep up the pace. Those. Ooh, a vehicle. I didn't know there were vehicles in this set. Thundering Chariot, 3/3. Trample, First Strike, Haste. Crew 1. That might be something to use there. Human Soldier token. Ooh, and then we got Perforos. It's a nice card there too. Legendary enchantment creature. God. The creatures you control have haste. And onto the battlefield, sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. That's an interesting card. Don't think I have an idea for that card or not. We'll see. Definitely see. More Minotaurs, man. I really like their Minotaurs in this set. Satyr Berserker. Never seen that kind of combo before. I might do that now. Then we also got the Shadow Spear here. That's really good enchantment card. I'm probably going to use that. That's a 1-drop. How is that a 1-drop? Holy crap. Wings of Hubris. Interesting. Impending Doom. We've got another 2 sagas in this set. If you can read that. Binding of the Titans. It's an interesting one. Then we got Birth of Metallus. Interesting. Then we've got Mila. Is that a reprint? I wonder if that's a reprint. Might be a reprint. Okay, I'm getting some ideas here. I think the first deck is going to be like a black-blue millish type deck. Even though I don't really like the idea of mill, but we'll probably go with it. Then the other one's probably going to be a red-green deck of some kind. Then there's the reflection and cards there. Look what we got. Maybe I'll have to make a white deck. So we've got Elspeth there. Sun's Nemesis. That's an interesting planeswalker. That's for sure. Maybe it'd have to be a white-green deck of some kind. That'd be interesting. Ooh, another Chimera of some kind. That's a reprint. Oh god, I've seen this card before, and it's wrecked face in many a game I've watched. There's a good commander for this card too. I'm not going to be using him, but I've seen him plenty of times wreck face in commander. I'm a commander boy through and through. I love my commander. Seems like a lot of sagas in this deck too. Sagas are a thing. Well, not in this deck, in this set. Ooh, another Minotaur Shaman there. Boy, another 2 different sagas here. We got Triumph of Annex, if you can read that. Then we've got Elspeth Conquers Death. Those are really good sagas. I don't know about sagas. There was the whole, I forget what set it was, but they did the whole thing with the books. Like, you could play them for like one thing, but then you can play them again from your graveyard for another or something like that. I don't know exactly what it was called. I can't exactly remember. But it was definitely a decent card. Ooh. Devourer of Memory. Whenever one or more cards are put into the graveyard from your library, Devourer of Memory gets +1/+1 until a turn. Can't be blocked this turn. That's an interesting card, though I'm probably not going to use it. Rise to Glory as well. Choose one or both. Ooh, that's an interesting card as well. And we've got a Treacherous Blessing. And then Indomitable Will. Okay, we're almost done with the packs. I'm curious how long we've been going for. About 30 minutes almost. That's not bad. That's not bad. There's another Satyr. There's another Plains. I did bring my own lands here today. Just so we had some extra lands for us to do stuff with. So we do have lands. We're not going to be just using these ones, so there is that. Another I can't speak Satyr Shaman. Planeswalker opponent controls. That's not bad. Maybe in the Satyr deck. Interesting cards. I'm definitely looking at a black blue deck. I have a lot of black blue cards here. I'm looking at maybe a white, maybe a white green deck, or maybe even a red green. Let's see what we got here. That's a good card. Inspiring Awe, Mystical Repel, Staggering Insight. Enchant creature gets +1/+1, has lifelink. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That is an interesting card. Just put that off to the side. Another Thundering Chariot. And a Bronze Hide Lion. Gains indestructible until end of turn. That's an interesting card there too. A lot of interesting cards this set. Though it's hard to say exactly which one's going to be for the better. But we'll definitely have to see. This is the last pack here. Fair warning, I am not the best when making decks. So I know my mana curve's probably going to be all over the place. We got another Saga here. Want to focus camera? Yeah. Prophecy again. Another Thundering Chariot. 2-1, and then we got this guy right here. Oracle of Half-Truths there. He's interesting.